Just click here on this blue icon to create your content. A new page will open. You see now an empty page and a black box on the bottom of the page. We'll call it Property Window or shorten it to P-Win. Let me drag the property window in the center of the page so that you can see it better. As you've already seen, this opens a small help icon here. Click on that icon if you need support. You can use Google Translator if you prefer another language for the text information. Let's now discover what you can do with the property window. Let's start with the tools. 1. By clicking on Tools, you open the toolbox. Inside the toolbox, you find 12 icons. 2. Each of these icons represents a tool. Like an example, the globe icon, which stands for the Google Maps tool. 1. To access this tool, you just click on it. Now you can see a video to obtain more information on how you have to work with this tool. 2. If you want to use the tool, you have to click on the button Load. A new box opens. To show briefly how easy it will be to use tools, we will use the Google Maps tool now like this. 1. We use for this demonstration the address 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue Northwest, Washington, D.C. 20500. 2. We put this address in the text field of the Google Maps application tool as you see here. 3. After that, we click on OK, and here's the result. As you might notice, we can resize and place the object in the page wherever we want, along the grid lines, what you see here in the background. The grid is editable, and you can change the size of the grid, change the grid color between black or white, which is very convenient when your website is darker, define alignment only on vertical or horizontal lines, or turn it off altogether, and of course it's possible to make the grid invisible. To place an object in the center of a page, you have to work like this. 1. Click on an object to activate it. 2. Now click in the property window on the button Center. And that's it. As you see, the object takes now its place in the center of the page. To determine the exact position of an object based on pixels, we can use the property window like this. 1. We select an object by clicking to activate it. 2. Now we can set certain values in the property window for the field X to define the distance of the object from the left side of the page, and in field Y to define the distance from the top of the page. To determine the exact height and width of an object based on pixels, we can use the property window like this. 1. We select an object by clicking to activate it. 2. Now we can define certain values in property window for the field W to define the width, and in field H to define the height of the object. Basically, it's very easy and logical. It's best you try it by yourself. You will then understand immediately. It might happen that the web page will need an increase of page height due to more content. You have two options to manage this. Here's how it works. 1. Click in the center of the page. 2. Now increase or decrease value H in the property window. 3. Option number 2 is just by dragging, as you see here. If you want to make changes in the content of objects, you have to click on the pencil here. If you want to apply flash effects in your flash pages, you have to click here. If you want to delete an object, you just have to click on this red icon. After that, a system message appears. Click one more time on OK to confirm that this object should be deleted. After you're finished, you have to save your page, and you have two options for this. 1. Open right side Save and click Save when you just want to save the page settings. 2. The second option is Save As. Here you have several options. 3. The first option is Groups. Basically, you can ignore this for a moment. We'll explain to you later for what that is used in full when you're working with Groups section. 4. All other options you know already from the Help section navigation. Basically, you give it a name, publish it, and determine a position within top, sub, and sub-sub navigations items, and of course you can change this later any time by dragging and dropping. After you save the page, you can preview the result in your browser. For this, you have two options. 1. Open the left side of the property window, the drop-down field preview. 2. Select option Web Page to see your page as a normal website. And here's the result. 3. Otherwise, you can select Mobile to see the same page optimized for Apple or Android mobile devices. And here's the result.